Welcome to Motivation Central, the elite training center for your mind.
What's great, family? Before we get into this episode, I need you to head over to Patreon and search for Motivation Central. Look, I'm going to give you a month free just to get your feel of exactly what we're doing here, what goes beyond this podcast. Look, family, we invest a lot of time, a lot of energy into this, and we would love to be able to build further with you. So take the time, go over to Patreon, Motivation Central. All right, family, peace.
Man, anything dumb? Oh boy, you can get plenty of views on that, but just the way the algorithms are set up for this, if you're talking about quarantine, man, they snatch your stuff down, muting it. It's just all. So I don't even say. I say CV. I say T-Man. I don't. I'm now coding, everything, and everybody know what I'm talking about when I say T-Man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
The main thing is, even if you're talking about it, that's cool. But like how you title stuff and stuff like that. But you're right. But you're right. They're looking for those are definitely trigger words. FBI, open up! So absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch that just on when you further gonna just say CV or just say the virus. You know what I'm saying? Because we just gonna. I'm trying to get this message out to people. But yeah, though we got listeners in Spain, France, Panama, Puerto Rico, United Kingdom, Canada, and Brazil. It's only like 2%, but 5% in Spain now. It was 2% in Spain. So somebody didn't told a friend. You know what I'm saying? This is incredible. So and 84% are Apple Podcast users. These are iPhone users. So it's just pretty dope, bro.
Wow.
But yeah, let me get on up in this, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome. This is the Pulse Series presents Quarantine Life.
Stroh did it.
That's right. I'm in it. You in it. We in it. So let's do this thing. Let's come out. Let's go through a metamorphosis. Let's come out a butterfly into this thing. Let's not get caught. Some of us already got caught with our pants down. But let's get it. Let's really do our mental push-ups and do our physical push-ups during this time and come out stronger. So I got with me Sir Bay, the legendary Sir Bay. You know what I'm saying? What's up, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace. Shalom wadu. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. And all greetings of peace to the family. How you doing, my
friend? Hey, man, I'm better than I ever been. I'm everywhere the haters never there. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm good, man. I'm shout out to everybody listening. We thank y'all for tuning in. This is going to definitely blow your mind because I know some of you listening to this, you have not heard of this. And if you have heard of it, it just didn't, it kind of raised the hairs up on your neck. Survey has made a lot of things clear to me that were, a lot of things that go bump in the night. I like to say it like that. Things that go bump in the night. Things that make you go, He's not a conspiracy theorist, y'all. This is stuff that, I'm only going to ask him about his personal experiences. So, before he get into his, I'm just letting y'all know, I believe in the supernatural. I know there's supernatural. I know there's a world we cannot see. I know there's a world with beings and entities and that we cannot see. And they have a certain amount of autonomy to do what they do and within the laws of the Matrix. And so I want you to understand that I've been in church, real church. I'm not talking about this church today. When I was coming up, you would walk into the church and you would feel the positive energy radiating. People call it the Holy Spirit. People call it God. People call it like it's a lot of names. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to shoot down everybody. Oh, you don't call it what I call it. You're wrong. Let's fight. That's not what I'm about here. So I want y'all to open your minds, open your ears, Baptist, Muslim, Hindu, whatever, Buddhist, monk, wherever you are. Yo, the test of an educated person is, can I entertain a new idea?
Message.
So if you are not ignorant, if you are not just totally closed-minded, I want you to turn this on. If you are closed-minded, don't even comment. You just turn this off. It's the same for you, Joe. Same for you, average Joe. And James at the water cooler sucking on that, on that cone-shaped cup at the water cooler talking about the boss, but ain't doing nothing. Show up late all the time. This ain't for you, James. This ain't for you. All right, so I've seen people talk in a different language. I've seen people possessed by there's something to allow another entity that was negative to take over their body. I've seen a lady that was she was like what 60 years old, late 50s, 60, and she moved my dad, which is 6'1", at least 260. My cousin James, who was 6'5", like he's like 260, 270. My mom, I'm not gonna say her weight because I don't want her to kill me. But my mom is she's a heavy woman, and then another lady, Melinda, that was before she lost her weight. So I will say hers. I don't know, she was 2-something, you know what I'm saying, 2-something. And I watched her move. All of them was circled around here. She moved them from one side of the church to the other. What? That's just not the natural human strength that you should have. You know what I mean? So it's
that's crazy.
So I've seen the supernatural. I do believe there's more to this picture than what we see, what we the things that we see with our eyes. You know what? They said it's only a limited amount of colors we can even see. Like we can't see X-ray, we can't see cells, we can't see the CV, we can't see bacteria, we can't. So you can't just say it is not wise. Only a fool would say, I don't believe in it because I can't see it.
Message.
That's like saying you don't believe in wind. And I see all types of hurricanes be coming through. You don't see the wind, but you see what the wind do. So let's get into that. I first want to start out with I like to introduce you like you never did anything on my platforms before. So who is Survey, the artist, the rapper, the author? Who is Survey?
Indeed. Well, once again, thank you for having me, bro. That's very interesting. So Survey, absolutely. Well, let me first start off. I'm an emissary. I'm an artist, as you did. I'm an artist. I'm an emissary.
Yes, sir.
And I'm an author. I just published my first book, Your Gift, Your Passion, Your Purpose. And what better time to pick out some great reading material? So definitely go pick that up. It's available on Amazon.com. It's called Your Gift.
Go get
Your
it.
Passion, Your Purpose, by Robert S. Bay. Just type in Robert S. Bay or type in Your Gift, Your Passion, Your Purpose. So I write books. I've been an artist my whole life, and I'm an emissary above everything else. So.
Yes, sir. And so what who are the Moorish? Like who's the Moors? Like for the person that Moors for Dummies book. You know what I'm saying? Like give us that real quick. You know what I'm saying? A crash course.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Well, we're Moors. I mean, if you have melanated skin, you're a Moor. It's that simple. I mean, there's only one race. That's the human race, and then they're broken down into two subcategories. You have the Moors, or the Moorish Americans, or Moors, or Moorish, and then you have Europeans. It's pretty much that simple. Outside of that, obviously, you have the Asian community.
Because black is not a nation. Can you say that? Like, talk about that. Because black is not a nation. It's a color.
Right. Everybody knows that at this point. Black is not a nationality. Black. When we say we're black, it's more or less a status. It's a code. It's a slang. It's a status.
Come on, bro.
But it's not a nationality. So when we say somebody's black, people know what you're saying, but underneath that, there's an underlining tone that people understand that this person may not be aware of the entire social political structure and its inception. So
come on.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it, bro. What is energy? And we're gonna start from the basics, but we're gonna get into it. But what is energy? Like when I say energy, we know energy is not created nor destroyed. We know that part of it. But like energy, and you know what? I'll just go ahead and add a little bit more because I kind of opened. That's a very open question. Let me zero it in a little bit. Energy and law of attraction. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? And that's linked to your book.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, if I had to give you like just an example or compare it to something, energy would be the blood force of the source. Just like we have blood that runs through our veins, it's physical blood that runs through our veins. Just like how you said earlier, you can't necessarily see air, but you're breathing it. You're breathing it. You know it's there. So energy is the same thing when it comes to the source of all creation. When you think about the universal creator of the source of all creation, then you would think of the blood of that entity being its energy that permeates in and out the entire universe, the entire sphere of existence. So even though it's not physical, you know it's there, you feel it. So I would liken it to, you know, the blood of the creator, the life fluid of the source of all creation that permeates through all reality.
And you believe in the law of attraction, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, at this point, see, we're in 2020, so a lot of this stuff is just is old. I'm not gonna say old. It's basic information, but absolutely, the law of attraction is real. But a lot of people make the mistake of getting stuck at the law, just thinking the law of attraction is the highest principle. The law of attraction is kindergarten. I mean, absolutely. You know, if you focus your energy on the life you want to live, which is the most important thing you should be doing right now, you're raising the probability of manifesting that life. But there's so much more to it than just, you know, thinking about the thing that I want or thinking about the reality that I live in. There are a lot of other faculties that have to go into it. And I always use the example, I think Bashar was talking about this. He was saying that manifestation in the law of attraction is like going to a top of a cliff. And you got a bow and arrow in your hand. Not a bow and arrow, I'm sorry, a boomerang. You go to the top of a cliff and you have a boomerang in your hand. And you're at the top of this cliff. You cock your arm back and you throw that boomerang out there into the air. And it's a boomerang, so we know it's designed to come back to you. You know it's designed to come back to you. That's its sole purpose. So we throw that boomerang out there and we're sitting on the top of the hill waiting for it to come back. Now this is like manifestation. That boomerang represents the thing that you want. So let's say I want a red Ferrari. And that's what I want to manifest. That's what I want to attract into my life. So I throw that boomerang out there. That's what that represents. Now the boomerang's out in the sky. We're sitting at the top of the hill waiting for it to come back. Right. Now let's say we're waiting for like an hour, 2 hours. You're like, oh, I threw it out there. It'll be back. Then like 4 or 5 hours go by. You're like, yeah, I know it's coming back. It's a boomerang. It's supposed to come back. Then let's say like 12, 16 hours go by. You're like, man, it ain't coming back, man. Dang, I lost it, man. Oh, man. Then it's like after like 20 hours, all your enthusiasm is gone, all your energy is gone, it's been zapped out. You're like, man, this just gets lost. It's not coming back. You turn around and you start to walk to go back down that hill. As soon as you turn around to go back down that hill, that boomerang comes flying over your head and you missed it. Message. You missed it. You missed it. Because,
man, I remember Bob Proctor, bro. He was saying that, you know, he had, you know, his The Secret and all that stuff, you know, and he was just like, the moment you say, oh no, this stuff don't work, you actually, like you saying it right before the boomerang hits you, like before it come back, and it's like you shut it down. You shut it down. Yeah, because I mean, because you know, in this reality, you're gonna have people, oh man, you can't just wish for something and it pop up in your life. Oh man, how you gonna get a red Ferrari? I mean, you don't got no money, your credit bad. Oh man, you don't need no new car, you got your old car still running. Hey man, you gotta just be thankful for what you got. All of these things are going to lower your frequency, lower the probability, lower your faith, lower your belief, and lower your frequency, and to the point where you turn around and start walking down that hill. And then the next thing you know, that manifestation flew right over your head. Because, you know, law of attraction is not just about saying and thinking about what you want. You have to actually keep the same energetic signature that you had at the time of you making your proclamation. Meaning, when you wanted that red Ferrari, you were excited. You were turned up. You saw it. You visualized it. You saw yourself in it. You're excited, everything. And then here it goes. The hour or two goes by. You don't see it. Your level goes down because your faith is going down. Then after 4 or 5 hours, your faith is going down because they're telling you can't have it. And the next thing you know it, the energetic frequency that you put out can't find you because you're gone, because you've changed frequencies in relation to how you initially made your proclamation. So when it's time to make manifest what you asked, your frequency is not the same. So by science, it can't align and synchronize with you, and it happens all the time. So people, you know, they make their vision boards, they write their journals, right? They say positive affirmations, they meditate, and you know that's it. And at the end of the day, you're not supposed to worry about it, but at the same time, you have to keep the same energetic frequency that you initially had synchronized with what you want. Message. Oh, now that's the key right there, because, you know, what they say is a process. So basically what you're saying is, like, no matter what happens from day to day, you still got to have that dream party. Just a bit in the basic layman's term. Like, you just have that dream party every single day. See yourself walk across the stage. See yourself having the check. See yourself being healthy. Like, I hope you're not just seeing material things, you know, but seeing yourself in the best version of yourself, or whatever that immediate goal is, seeing that every single day, or like when you wake up and when you go to bed, you know.
Exactly. It's all about energy, like you said. It's like if I'm dialed into 92.1 and you're dialed into 106.5, there's no possible way that I can tap into what you're saying on 92.1, because I mean 106.5, because I'm on 92.1. So it's the same thing. You know, people, it's a delicate balance, because you don't want to put expectations on your manifestations, because expectations become limitations. Meaning, yeah, you wanted a red Ferrari, but it could have been yellow, it could have been white. You know, you wanted it to be red, so now you've limited the choices that you had. Now it has to be red instead of any other color. So you don't want to put too many expectations on it, but at the same time, you don't want to overthink. But on the flip side of that, you have to keep the same energy. You have to keep the same dream party going. You have to have the same faith, and know, just like when you walk outside and step on the ground's going to be there, that the very thing that you wanted and that you want to manifest and see happen, you have to have that same faith and assurity.
Facts.
And it will manifest. The problem is, we as humans forget that a day in the heavens is 1,000 years on earth. Message. You know what I'm saying? They say 1,000 years on earth is just one day in heaven. So things that we think are long are merely you could be waiting 6 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year. To you, that's years. In the heavens, that's seconds. You know, so
wow. Perspective. You have to put
that in perspective.
Yeah. Dude. I'm gonna share this with you because I know you're gonna enjoy this. I know you're gonna love this. So clear my throat. I don't got it, y'all. I don't got it. I'm just clearing my throat. Jesus.
You stupid. Stupid.
It was this meme. No, it wasn't a meme. One of my friends that posted on Facebook, my 7-year-old daughter coughed and said, "Oh Lord, I'm only 7."
Yeah.
I like it fell out. Yo, they calling this next generation coronials, bro. They said that might be that.
Don't do that. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. I think
it's because it's changing their whole. Like, think about how this must feel to be 7, 5, or 3. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. But I mean, this don't last long enough to call a whole generation coronials.
Well, no, I will say. I mean, I hope they don't call them that, because it's like. But I mean, I understand the defining moment. I will say
it is, bro. People losing proms, dog.
Yeah, I mean, but it's much bigger than that. I mean, just the, you know what I'm saying, with the whole outbreak and that thing. You know, we, like I said, for better or for worse, America, the global community, will never be the same again after this. For better or for worse. I'm not saying things are going to get better. I'm not saying things are going to get worse. It's completely up to us. But I am saying...
And leadership.
Exactly. But a lot of people are dealing with a lot of depression, anxiety, a lot of suicidal thoughts. A lot of people are dealing with social anxiety, cabin fever. And there's a lot of symptoms of this.
That's scary. Uncertainty. Yes.
But I will say, you know, after this, things will never be the same again. And I have to say this to everybody who wants things to go back to normal. They can't wait for things to go back to normal. It's not going back to normal. So the faster you understand this, the less agony you're going to have to deal with. I know you want to go back to your regular life. I know we had things planned and trips planned and all kind of events planned. And I'm not saying these things won't happen.
You better adapt.
I'm saying that things are not going back to normal after this, and there's a major cognitive dissonance going on right now.
Isn't it? Gonna fade, you can feel it, bro.
It's not happening.
You can feel like a spirit of confusion. You know what I mean? Like, you can feel it. Like, you can feel other people. Like, I know you feel it, bro. Like, it's in the air. It's like a weird kind of vibe. Like, you can feel people's confusion. Like, what is next, bro? Like, you can.
Hey man, they got the rug swept from under their legs, just like that. Like you said, they got caught with their pants down. And to be honest, you know, take the necessary precautions. I'm not a medical professional, but absolutely, positively, you know, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Go ahead and you know, follow your medical. I'm not giving medical advice, but take this virus very seriously. But
this is what I do, Streets. I tell them what I'm doing. Therefore, I'm not held responsible. Tell them what you doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking hot stuff every day because they said the heat kills it. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's a lot of there's so many. I'll say this: the holistic community is seeing a major boom right now.
Yes.
You can go to. There's a lot of brothers. KT, the Arch Degree, he has a website. Nazir Ra. You have brother Billy Carson, forbiddenknowledge.com. I would recommend taking.
Oh, that's him.
Colloidal.
That's Forbidden Knowledge. I didn't know it was by him.
Yeah, I would recommend taking colloidal silver, black seed oil, flax seeds, lots of sunlight, lots of sunlight. Make sure you're getting plenty of sunlight, exercise, fresh air, water, minerals, vitamins, anything to boost up your immune system. You have to know your body. And that goes to we can talk about all the details, but I just want to put a major understanding over this whole.
Oh, you coming back.
Yeah, this whole quarantine thing. I want people to understand this.
Oh, go ahead.
The most important things that you can do during this time, besides focusing on the reality you want to live in and putting the action and intent into the reality and paradigm you want to experience, that's your exercise to do that. But besides that, the most important thing that you can do out here is go outside, especially when the sun is out. And I'm not saying go outside and go hang out with people. I'm saying go outside when the sun is out, when it's nice out. Go touch the trees. Go put your feet in the dirt. Go walk around. Go to a park. Walk your pets. Take your children out. Sunbathe.
I've been doing that, bro.
Energy.
I've been doing that.
Get that energy and keep your eye to the skies, because all of this, I'm not going to say the outbreak and all that is fake. I'm not going to say that. I mean, there's definitely a virus out there.
Yeah, people dying.
Amongst many other viruses and bacteria that are worse.
There you go.
Right.
I think it's other than corona in there. But keep going.
Right. There are, what I'm saying, the virus, the outbreak is definitely real. Take that real. We're trying to, quarantine and stay inside. Yeah. But quarantine does not mean do not go outside. It means don't go to public places. It means you're not going to the nightclub. Yeah. It means you're not going to hang out at the bar. It means you're not going to be hanging with all your friends in pockets.
And that's fine.
Right. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But while you have this time to reset, relax, remember who you are, and heal and get that light code energy, you have to go outside. And one of the reasons they do not want you to go outside is because they do not want you to be looking in the sky. Now, why do they not want you looking in the sky? I don't care where you're at right now. If you go outside, for the most part, the sky's probably cloudy right now, right? I mean, look, go look outside. It
has been strangely.
Is the sky's cloudy? Oh, I'm looking at my door right now. Now, it's cloudy
but it's
outside.
Been off and on. Like the sun will come out, then it's clouds and clouds. I'm like, what in the harp is going on?
He said what? When you look outside, it's pretty much like you said, it's on or off. It's either really bright and the sun is shining, or it's cloudy and you see the sun behind it.
Muggy.
And that is for the sole purpose. Well, the sole purpose is to lock down our light code information coming to our cells, coming to our DNA, coming to our pineal gland from the cosmic realms, because the Van Allen's belt, the ozone layer has cracked open a little bit more. It's allowing more cosmic energy to come in and give us download. What is that,
bro? Teach us, bro.
What the Van Allen's belt is what the scientists in NASA call it. That auric field around the Earth.
Okay.
The ozone layer. So that is open. Let's just call it a portal. I call it a portal. That's what it really is. But when that field or that portal is more open, there's more cosmic energy and light codes that we're able to download. Message. So to kind of throw off that process, to kind of throw off that evolution, they've been spraying the skies. They've been telling us not to come out of the house, so you won't see what's really going on in the sky. But I promise you, when it turns nighttime, go outside when it's sunlight. Definitely get your sun rays, but also go outside when it's nighttime so you can get that moon energy, you get that star energy.
Yeah,
and you can see the sky. You can see the sky a lot clearer. I guarantee you, start paying attention to the sky, you're gonna see some things you've never seen before. Message. I promise you.
And let me catch the people. You know me. I'm always the devil's advocate. I mean, I'm just trying to be the advocate for the person who's like, what? Little John right now. What? So my pastor told me that was evil. The sun and the moon and all, like okay, listen, y'all. It is fact that when the moon is full, there is more violence. This is a fact. There's more violence. That when the moon is closer, the waves in the ocean respond. They're more violent.
Facts.
So we are connected. I don't care what your belief is. In some way, there's some relationship that we have with the earth, the moon, and the sun. And I know everybody loves to go to sciences. They're scared of spirituality. So every single being on this planet, including us humans, have a particle in us that is made up of everything in the universe. And I forgot what that is. I don't know. Carbon. I don't know. But everything in the universe, we're all connected. So there is a connection. So if he's going over your head with a lot of this stuff, that's cool. I need to shake you because you've been asleep too long. And then we can't spoon feed you too long. We can't breadcrumb no more. Like it's go time. So we not playing with this. Yeah. Let's go there. So you were saying, bro, something happened last night.
Tell me
about this, bro. Hold up. Before you tell that. No. You tell that first, and then we'll go into the wheel. Go ahead, bro.
Well, no, I was just telling you it was so crazy when you called me because like I said, we was talking about our last interview and how it wasn't populated. And I was telling you how a lot of interviews that I do, and we go into this information, they're blocked, the algorithm, whether it be the algorithm, whether it be the icon, whether it be
our last
the
interview
internet.
Disappeared, y'all.
Yeah. But, I was on my back porch and I was like, you was calling me. I was like, man, I didn't really get no sleep last night because I was up real late in my backyard. I got a nice backyard, so I was looking at the sky. I saw a UFO last night.
What?
I saw a UFO last night. I saw a UFO. Definitely. It was definitely a UFO, clear as day. To me, it's not the first time I've seen a UFO, but this time it was just like, wow, y'all getting real blatant with it, and it's not just me because I was on the internet.
What did it look like, bro?
Well, they're light ships, so it just depends what light ship you're looking at. They all kind of look different. They do different things.
And they defy the laws of physics too, the way they move.
Absolutely. But that's pretty normal for me. I mean, this is probably like the 10th ship I've seen my entire life. FBI, open up! And I know it's a ship, not an airplane, not helicopter, none of that. I mean, the movement, the projectile, the way that it floated and levitated.
Yeah. No man created it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I definitely saw one last night. Saw one last night, and it isn't just me. I've been on the internet and I've seen a lot of people have been seeing a lot of sightings. Like I know there's a new video on Twitter where there's a lightning storm, but in the lightning storm you can see the ship come out of it and shoot down to Earth. And that's what this is really about. I mean, I'm not trying to sound crazy. I don't even need to see it.
No, I don't care what it sounds like.
But
this is our podcast, bro.
Right. That's really what it's about for the most part. Even though I'm not saying what's going on is fake. I mean, it's absolutely very real. But what a perfect storm. You know what I mean? What a perfect storm. My advice is when there's a perfect storm, always look in the eye of the storm to see what's really going on. Because people don't think that they can look inside the eye of the storm because they're in the storm. I'm telling you, you can look in the eye of the storm while you're in the storm. Understand that. So yes, this is about keeping us away from getting our light codes. Message. Why do we need light codes? Why do we need more of that cosmic information? Because it's going to unlock potential that's been seeded in us by our divine creator to evolve to go to the next level. So really it's 5G versus 5D. That's what we're dealing with right now. 5G versus 5D. We're dealing with stay inside. People talking about they going outside. Now, I'm not saying go outside and defy what people are recommending. I'm saying go outside and get in nature. That's what you need to be doing while you had this time.
Right.
So you could truly see.
I've heard so many stories about that 5G, man, and it is very, very disturbing. And I heard that, that even parents and stuff, they was, upset about the 5G and we do not get it. And a lot of people were saying, because a lot of scientists warned against it, us using this technological 5G and it can manipulate DNA and all the stuff. But They said that as soon as this happened, it's funny how CV comes and the word on the street is that they've been installing it all around the world and in the schools and stuff while this Rona going on. So it's like,
Well, yeah, they've been installing it before the outbreak, but yeah, there's definitely what a perfect opportunity to roll out that entire process while this is going on. I'll say this about the 5G: a lot of the things that people are saying is absolutely true, but I don't necessarily think that we don't necessarily need to panic too much. I mean, I've seen in Asia they were banding together and chopping them down and knocking down the 5G poles and setting them on fire. It was a guy who set a whole 5G tower on fire. So people are going to resist against that regardless. But I don't think that's our number one issue as people are making it to be. I mean, to be honest, the 5G thing, they're putting most of those in heavily populated, dense cities, New York or Hong Kong. All these places that they're putting them, they're dense areas with a high population due to connectivity issues. But in relation to how it disrupts electromagnetic waves and energy and frequency, yes, that is true. It definitely does that to certain, what's the word I want to use? To certain cells or to certain people. Everybody is not the same. We're all similar, but not one of us are the same. So everybody has different reactions to different things. You understand what I'm saying? It's like the coronavirus. For some reason, the coronavirus attacks a certain type of, genome or genetic lineage. You know what I'm saying? It's more. It's, if you really look at, they say the people that are high risk, they have certain ailments already, etc. So we're all similar, but we're not the same. So 5G, yes, there's a lot of I don't want to say there's a lot of things that we should be cautious about with it. But to be honest with you, electromagnetic, you get electromagnetic magnets that will help out a lot. Orgone crystals. They have the EMF jewelry that you can wear. They have EMF clothing that a lot of people are making now that you can wear and put on in your jewelry and bracelets or your clothes, or you can put it around your house. That should take care of any low vibrational or alpha waves that, copper. There you go. Crystals, things like that. You want to rev up on things like that, most definitely.
Bro, you just said a mouthful. I already know I got to bring you back.
Yes, sir.
Woo. Oh, man. Deep waters, whatever he said. Slow motion.
Yes, sir. Yes, that's my guy.
Yes, sir. Look, man, I did want to share this. No. Before we get to that. I remember being in the barbershop, bro, and I met a guy that was a Muslim, and he talked about a lot of stuff that you have spoken about, and that's when I just started being more open, because I'm like, okay, if we all stop fighting for a second, fatality. We all talking about the same thing, kind of like we got little pieces, and I want to challenge everybody who is listening. I just want you to go to all my super spiritual people, all my raised in church people. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 1 through 48. Yeah, and we got wheels within wheels, like a gyroscope. And this is what is also mentioned in the Bible, your Bible. The wheel imagery is described in the book of Ezekiel 10, 9 through 10. And when I looked, behold, the 4 wheels by the cherubim, one wheel by one cherub, and another wheel by another cherub. And the appearance of the wheels was in the color of arbor stone. Why stone, y'all? He just mentioned copper, stone. It's all connected. It's funny how these are not coincidences. Wheel and the wheel way in the middle of the air. And y'all heard the song, wheel and the wheel way in the middle of the air. You don't even know what you're singing about. Singing about a UFO. Like, come on. Now, this stuff is coded when it shouldn't be. Like, it's time for disclosure. And you know what? John, I was having a conversation with John. I can't wait to get him on here, bro. Because, John's a big geek on this stuff, like us. He was like, man, he's like, half disclosure is worse than no disclosure.
Message.
In his opinion. He was like, he said in 2020, things are going to be confirmed, UFOs and all stuff, but they're still not going to full disclose. They're going to half disclose. And that's even worse because it's like, oh, okay, we're not alone. But tell us everything you know. Tell us that you ain't got no type of technology to fight it. That you ain't got no. Tell them that you're weak. Tell them that there's nothing here on this planet that can mess with whatever's out there. Tell them that we are primates compared to them. Tell us the truth. They ain't gonna tell us that though. They'll confirm eventually because they're gonna have to, but they're not gonna tell us that we are ants compared. They're not gonna tell us that. They're not gonna tell us that. But the Will brother, this guy, he claims to be one of the original ones that was with Malcolm and Elijah. Man, he speaks so highly of both. Oh wow! And yeah. He's in his like 50s, and him and Eric, he's a Muslim, so they got to talking. They're going back and forth. I'm just sitting there like a kid, bro. Like how me and you first met. Like you was telling me all the stuff, that I didn't know. Right. And bro, they was talking about the wheel. He's like, yeah. He said it's a book called The Mother Wheel. Or something like that. And Elijah, we hear Jay Electronica, he talks about it. He said that wheel coming, the mother plane with the little bomber planes. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's coming. He's like, nothing you gonna be able to do. He's like, and what this guy was saying is like the wheel is not from, no other galaxy. He said it's here to protect the planet. He said if the U.S. get too far out of line or any other government get too far out of line, he said it will show up. It will show up, and he said, and it will protect. Like he said, it ascends from the ocean. He said it does not come from outer space. It may be outside of our Earth, like guarding it, or it might go up, but it comes in and out as it pleases. Nobody sees it because it hides in storms and stuff like that because it knows we're ants. If ants see something that big, ants gonna do what? Chaos. But I'm just telling you what I've heard, and you just deal with that. And how does that relate to what you know about it?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when it comes to disclosure, I think that, like you said, even if everybody on this planet walks outside today and we all see a UFO ship, we know it's a UFO ship, it's confirmed, we see it with our own eyes. I would say probably half of the population, maybe more, is still going to turn around and try to go back to their normal life. Because people are not ready for that. A lot of people are not ready for that paradigm shift. Now, I think that people are waiting for the government to disclose. You're going to be waiting for a long time because they already know.
That's what he's talking about. What he's talking about.
I mean, and that's what he's saying. I mean, we're not waiting for disclosure. I mean, if you're already on the frequency, if you're already on code, if you already had the experience, you already know what it is. So, that's a conscious stage where people want to inform everybody. You go through levels of consciousness. And, one of the stages is wanting to warn and tell everybody to wake everybody up. That's natural.
I'm past that stage. Right.
Boy.
We all got beat up.
Right. We all go through that stage. We all go through it. You're going to get into fights, debates, arguments. You go through your state. You go through your mad stages. But, yes, absolutely.
I'm right.
But the will has always been here. Absolutely. It's one of many defense mechanisms that this paradigm or this Earth has. Nature has its own defense mechanism, which has been activated and kicked in now. You see the tornadoes, you see the locusts, the earthquakes, viruses, plagues.
Locusts in Africa, bro. Locusts in Africa, I've seen it.
Mother Nature has her own defense mechanism. Absolutely, the mothership is here. It's always been here. There are ships hovering over us as we speak. They're just cloaked, so we can't see them. Most people can't see them, but they're right here.
You're talking, bro.
And like you said about the ocean, people have to realize the ocean is the sky. The sky is the ocean. The reason the sky is blue because the ocean is blue. You're looking at a mirror. We're looking at a holographic mirror. So when you look in the sky, we think that the sun is in the sky. But then that same sun that's in the sky is also in the middle of the earth at the core. Isn't there a sun in the core of the earth that keeps the earth heated as well? Message. the ships that are in the ocean or in the sky are the same. It's more of a fractal holographic thing. You could be seeing something that's in the sky, but really it's in the ocean, or something that's in the ocean, but it's really in the sky. I mean, it's crazy like that because you're talking about. Yeah, it's really crazy because we're talking about fractal light. We're talking about energy. We're talking about frequency. We're talking about perception. And, all religions talk about this. It's not just in the Muslims, Christians, Hindus. You name it. They all talk about extraterrestrial or cosmic or divine contact. So, think about me. You have to be a student. I'm a student of all religions. I'm a Hebrew Muslim. And what that means is, obviously I'm a Muslim, which is an older term than Muslim. And then I'm a Hebrew Muslim. So
teach us, brother.
Basically we take, as a Moorish American, we take all religions. And it's me personally, I take all religions and I study all religions because they're all just simply one piece of the puzzle, and not until
schools of thought.
Right, and not until you take one piece of the puzzle, you have to put each piece together to see the entire picture. Like I always say, people get one piece of the puzzle where your one piece may be Christianity and you think that's the entire picture, or you may be a Muslim and your puzzle piece is Islam, and that's the only piece, and you're like, this is the entire truth. No, you only have one piece. You need to put them together with the other pieces so you can see the entire picture. So as a student of all schools of thoughts and all religions, this cosmic interaction is nothing new. I mean, I'm just surprised that my whole thing is the denial level. I mean, I understand if you've never seen something, hey, it could be possible. I don't know. But people flat out do not believe it. And I'm not here to
look
make
right
you
at it and deny it.
I'm not here to make you believe. We're way past that. I mean, we're past, like you said, we're past the spoon feeding, trying to convince people.
I'm done, bro.
It's 2020. We have the seal has been broken. You have to realize when Nipsey Hussle transitioned and when Kobe transitioned, those are two Christ beings. Martin, listen to my words. I didn't say they are Christ. I said they are Christ beings. Right? Now, in Scripture, and I'm just paraphrasing, it says once the Christ or the Lamb, whatever phrase you want to use, is sacrificed or transitions or ascends, that is the sign of what? Of Revelation. That's the sign of the apocalypse. Now, it's very coincidental, although there's no such thing as coincidences, but it's very coincidental. Right after Nipsey Hussle passes away, right after Kobe Bryant passes away, whose name means COVID in Hebrew, who was buried in Corona, California, we have this outbreak. Sheesh. We have these plagues, we have these locusts, we have these earthquakes, so on and so forth. So we're living in prophecy. It's just that people, especially our Christian family, Christianity is kindergarten compared to, it's just one school of thought. After you graduate Christianity, most people go to Islam, or the first level of Islam. And Masons will tell you this. If you ever meet a Mason, they'll tell you their degrees are based on religion. They start with Christianity, they go to Islam. After that, they go to Kabbalah. After that, they may go to the Tao. Then they come back to the next degree of Islam, so on and so forth. So I'm saying that to say every school of thought is just like going to a new grade. You shouldn't stop at kindergarten. You keep going. But Christianity, with the Bible, it's a code book, Helios Biblios, the records of the sun. You know what I'm saying? So it represents coding. So we're living in prophecy. It's just that people are so used to people crying wolf, but they're never crying wolf, meaning that you heard people 15, 20, 30 years ago, oh, this is the end. We're in end times. And people have been hearing that for so long that they don't take it serious anymore. But what did I say earlier? A day on earth, a day, 1,000 years on earth is one day in heaven. So for 1,000 years, people could have been saying, this is the end time. This is prophecy. And guess what? They were right. It's just our time is different from heavenly time. So we are in prophecy. 1, 2, our timelines are off. The real 2012 is 2020.
What? Y'all better get off that Gregorian.
Yeah, get off the Gregorian calendar. This is the real 2012. 2020 Gregorian time is 2012 Ethiopian time. Message. And where does Nipsey Hussle come from? Ethiopia. Eritrea. Or he's Eritrean, which is Ethiopia. right?
Wow.
Where does the Christ come from? Ethiopia, right? Haile Selassie. Where do these cats come from? So everything is connected. There's no such thing as coincidences. Everything is connected. The code is in front of you. You just have to understand how to break the code, apply it to your own life, your own energy, and that way you can advance. So we're not here just to talk and sound cool. This is about taking the information and applying it to your life. So what does all this mean? What do you do? What do you do during prophecy time? The main thing you need to do is repent. For real. Now, I'm not a religious person, but I'm going to tell you, yes, we need to absolutely repent. You need to ask for forgiveness and pardon you for your transgressions, because we've been running around like little devils down here. Little ignorant devils that we are. We have been running around like our own virus.
It's like jumping on the bed when parents not home.
That's we've been jumping on the bed, writing on the walls, tearing the furniture up. I mean, going crazy. Now mama and daddy coming home and everybody want to clean. Everybody want to clean up and act like the house been clean. If you go out in nature right now, the flowers are blooming, animals are thriving, nature is taking a deep breath. I mean, it's looking gorgeous outside, all because humans are in the house right now.
Chilling.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody knows that somebody's coming home. They know this. They don't want to tell you this. They're just trying to keep you disconnected as possible from the open realities that are available for us to shift into. And you are able to do that and enhance your signal by tapping into nature. It's that simple. Get your in nature. Go out there, get that sunlight. Go touch that grass. Go touch them trees. Put your feet in the dirt. Go walk around. Get that air. I promise you, you're going to start seeing things. Things are going to start to be revealed to you more and more and more, especially within these next 7 years, because this is the 7-year tribulation. This is the 7 seals. The first seal has been cracked. It's going down. It's not game time. It ain't no more going back to normal. It's game over. Game over. Ain't no more going back to normal. Now, how this looks when it's all said and done is up to us. But at the end of the day, there is no going back to normal after this. Message.
Wow. Let that breathe. Sheesh. I seen this post on your IG. It says, Bro Jay Blakely Bay said that the holy prophet Noble Drew Ali said, one day every wheel of the industry is going to stop. And when they start up again, it will be in the Asiatics' favor. And who is the Asiatics? I saw some dude that was on first grade in kindergarten. He wrote, Asiatics. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Lord, we still got kindergartens out there.
It's all good. I'd rather you ask. I prefer somebody ask questions instead of, just trying to, start a problem. But he asked the question, absolutely. And that's what I want you to do. If you don't know, speak up, because there's no such thing as a dumb question. So ask. Asiatics, we are the Asiatics, the cream of the crop. Message. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says the Asiatic people are the cream of the crop. Asiatic represents the whole earth at one time was known as Asia. So not just Asia, the continent or country, the continent now, I'm talking about the entire earth was known as Asia, amongst other names, Pangea, a lot of other ancient names. So Asiatics were the original inhabitants of earth, which would be us. So Asiatics are us. When you hear our brothers in the Nation of Islam or the God bodies, they say the Asiatic black man. So same thing. That's where they get it from. The Asiatic black man. So that's what it represents.
And who is Noble Drew Ali that said that?
Noble Drew Ali is a Christ being. Noble Drew Ali is a messenger. He's a prophet. If you get time, go on to Google, type in Noble Drew Ali prophecies or type in Noble Drew Ali oral statements. He has over 50. I don't want to call them predictions, but prophecies that were to come. And that was one of them. And a lot of them have passed and are passing. You know what I'm saying? Like Noble Drew Ali said one day money's going to be on the streets and it's not going to have any value.
What?
Look at the money now. It's changing over. The currency is changing as we speak. The dollar bill, that dollar bill in your pocket may not be. Well, it already isn't worth anything anyway. But it's really not gonna. Right. It's really not gonna be worth anything. And if you go through the list of Noble Drew Ali's prophecies and his oral statements, man, you're gonna get goosebumps. You're gonna get goosebumps because this good brother said these things in the 1920s.
And he predicted his return, right? His reincarnation or something?
Yes, absolutely. He talked about his reincarnation. That came to pass. Some Moors believe that came to pass. Some don't. But that, that's cool. But at the end of the day, you have to just look at the oral statements. You have to realize how the reason I always emphasize Noble Drew Ali is because his timeline is phenomenal. When you do the history and the timeline of this man and how he impacted the earth and especially America, you'll see that Noble Drew Ali is the reason. Well, his what he was trying to do was the reason that this country is the exact way it is now. And I'll explain. Noble Drew Ali, he came on the scene in 1913 and started the first Moorish Science Temple. Now, in 1929, Noble Drew Ali transitions. He passes away. There's a lot of speculation of how he passed away. Some people say he just manifested out. He just matriculated out. Other people say he died of pneumonia. Other people say he was killed in jail. Nobody knows. There's always a sketchy story of how he transitioned. Nobody 100% knows. But we do know he passed away in 1929. Now, he passes away in 1929. What happens in 1930 and beyond? You have the Federal Reserve that's created. You have the Vatican that's created. You have the Great Depression. The dollar is taken off the gold standard and it's put on the standard that it is now. You have locust swarms. I said the Great Depression, one of the first biggest Great Depression of all time. It's how coincidental that all this happens right after Noble Drew Ali passes away. And they said when he passed away, there was an earthquake. So now you have the Federal Reserve, the Vatican. Who runs it right now? Who runs it right now? The Federal Reserve, the Vatican. And guess what? They modeled their entire blueprint off of Noble Drew Ali. The Vatican is modeled around the Moorish Science Temple. Period. If you look at the timeline, everything is the same. They just did it for their side. So that's who Noble Drew Ali was. He's a Christ being. He's a prophet. And I highly advise everybody to go do your research on him. Not just a quick Google search. Go do some deep diving on that brother, and your mind gonna be blown.
I feel I can just sense the overload. I know they want more, but we can't give them no more. We can't give them no more, Survey. We can't give them no more. Listen, y'all. This is the legendary. I say legendary because it will never be another. Survey. He is in the building,
yes,
the virtual building. And listen, y'all, you can follow him at Sir_Bay on Instagram. And is it the same thing for Twitter?
Yes, Sir Bay on everything. SIR_BEY. Be sure to go pick up the book, Your Gift, Your Passion, Your Purpose. It's one of the most important things that you can tap into right now, especially while you have the time during this reset. Tap into your life's purpose. So that's on Amazon.com. The links are in my bio. Robert S. Bay, Your Gift, Your Passion, Your Purpose.
Man. We're going to let this be brief. I will see y'all next time. It's your boy Stro. Until next time, salutes to everybody that has a dream, that has a passion, that has we know you got a purpose, but salutes to the people who still have that dream,
yes, sir,
that haven't given up, because it's very, very important. And you know what? Let me share, because I always share. I just love this. I share it at the end of all my sessions. Jamie Torkowski tweeted this, and it resonated with me so hard. Conversations will not be canceled. Relationships will not be canceled. Love will not be canceled. Songs will not be canceled. Breathing will not be canceled. Self-care will not be canceled. Hope will not be canceled. May we lean into the good stuff that remains.
Amen. Amen. Yes, sir.
We'll see y'all next time.
Peace out.